The Northeast just beginning to recover from Ida's record-shattering rains, flooding roads, rails, and airports. Newark, New Jersey, just one spot. Look at that, swamped by historic amounts of water. And look at this flooded baggage room at Newark Airport. Hundreds of flights canceled today. And it's the day many Americans begin to head out the door to their Labor Day weekend destination. So let's turn now to ABC transportation correspondent Gio Benitez, who's at New York's West Side Highway with the latest on all of this. Good afternoon, Gio.
Hey there, Kenneth. Yeah, New York woke up today to just about every subway line just completely shut down after that flash flood emergency. Let's take a look at those pictures right now because the water was just gushing out of the wall, flooding the platform and tracks. We also saw incredible images of flooding over at Newark International Airport in New Jersey. You showed some of that video, this right here from that baggage room overnight, just incredible. And I'm told it got even worse. Workers tell us that parts of the airport actually had to be evacuated, canceling so many flights. All of this happening as travel picks up now for the upcoming holiday weekend.
Even with the Delta variant still menacing parts of the nation and world, Americans are looking to travel this Labor Day weekend. In fact, experts say bookings for this weekend may be just as strong as they were in mid-July. Topping the domestic destinations, Las Vegas, Atlanta, and Denver. And when you look internationally, Mexico and the Caribbean are the most popular.
That seems to suggest that once travelers have started feeling more comfortable going to places like Mexico and the Caribbean, that those international booking numbers are starting to recover. It's just a shift away from that transatlantic travel that we saw over the summer, but I still think we're seeing travelers feeling comfortable traveling internationally as long as it's close to home.
In fact, Scott Keyes over at Scott's Cheap Flights says the number of Americans traveling to Mexico is 10% higher than before the pandemic even began.
I think you're going to see a continued surge in excitement for flights to Cancun, Puerto Vallarta, Cabo, those sort of relaxing and resort type destination favorites for American travelers.
Expect busy airports too. Hartsfield-Jackson in Atlanta, Chicago O'Hare, and LAX are expected to be the busiest in the country. And you can pretty much bet planes will be packed.
Expect fuller planes. Expect some long lines at the airport for the TSA security check, and plan to get there a little bit earlier in order to make sure you don't have any hiccups or miss your flight.
The number of people screened at U.S. airports has dropped a bit since earlier this summer.
We have seen an impact, of course, from the Delta variant, not surprisingly.
But United CEO Scott Kirby tells us he's already looking ahead to the holidays and what the dramatic rise in vaccinations may mean for travelers.
I would anticipate the holidays are going to be normal, and I would anticipate by the time we get to January, the plans to return to office that have now been moved from September will probably happen, and that the country will be back on a path towards normality by the end of the year, beginning of next year.
And whether you're traveling this weekend or later this year, it turns out some of the airfare deals we saw during the pandemic are back.
Domestic airfare we're expecting to be about $255 round trip. That is $50 cheaper than it was in 2019. International airfare, we're expecting to be $690 on average for a round trip. That is over $120 cheaper than it was in 2019.
And Gio, we know tens of millions drive for the holiday. What do we need to know about the worst times to get on the road?
Listen, so if you're going to be driving right now, this afternoon, this is when it's going to be pretty bad all the way up until 9 p.m. Tomorrow, pretty much all day after 12 noon. So the best time to get on the road really will be before 10 a.m. So watch GMA, then get on the road.
Good advice there. Our big thanks to our friend Gio Benitez. Thanks again, Gio.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.